Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is your host, your casual dad, and today we are back with some more of our lovely casual beaver bastion build. This is our planning session, episode 4, and today we're just going to take a little peek to see where we're at and what we might need to get going on. I do want to finish up some of our zip lines. Maybe get some of those planned out. We do have some more dynamite to get going once that comes available. We're slowly adding some pine trees over here for pine resin. That's going to be important. And let's get this turned on so we can keep food going just a little bit longer. We have added some more lodging to get more beavers, to get more work. I think we're good enough with our water and our food that if we had enough beavers to keep all of our water dumps going, that we'd be pretty good, you know. And so we've got some storage to make even more carrots. We've got basically 4 beavers over here, which we could boost up if we wanted to. We need more on the harvesting side to harvest just a little faster. But we've got our little spillway working here. We're going to finish on that. We're coming over here to get our... We don't need the bad water pumps right now. But I guess we have enough beavers. We'll leave that in there. Bad water comes up through here. We're going to put a storage unit here. But then we need to get to planning, okay? They will be fine. We'll get water coming soon enough through there. And yeah. So we're looking pretty good. Pretty good. I'll go ahead and turn that off since the water's about to come back through in a day or so. So what we have left to do, we've got to get our airlock chamber, the pine resin. That's why we're doing the pine resin. But we need to come in here, and I actually want to build in here a little bit. I want to save up and get the bad water rig. I'd rather have that in here so it's encapsulated, easy to get bad water, as opposed to over here where we have it just running off the map. I just don't want it exposed, you know. I don't want to hurt any beavers, so that's why I'm planning. We're also planning this to be like zipline central. The only thing I may do, because we do have our next humongous reservoir being planned out and built, I think a lot of this is going to go down, or we're going to have some kind of something right here. So I'm going to come over here and build a zip line up a little bit, and then it's going to have some kind of connection here, and it's actually going to swing around to get underneath. I'm not sure what we're going to do underneath quite yet, because there's a bunch of bad water exposure down here, and because of this right here. So I'm just trying to think of what can we do to get out, get away from that. And so maybe we wait for a drought and we get down here. I'm not sure. I would like to have some kind of water down here, but this water source is the one that feeds up top. So not exactly sure what that's going to happen. All right. Oh, well, we are flooding over here. That needs to be opened. And that needs to be opened. That's fine. All right, so pine resin. Pine resin's ready to go. Let's get us a tapper in there. Get it going. And of course we're overflowing down here because we don't have our things blocked off, so we'll just close that. Force the water around. Wanted this to get filled up. Is this open? That was open. And that was opened. Then how did we not get water in here? That's what I want to know. This is supposed to be... Oh, that one's the problem. Alright, if this doesn't fill up, we will have to... Nope, it worked. That's the plan. Keep it all under wraps. Keep the dehydration, the evaporation, at least the dehydration down. So we're greening this. The plan right now is I want to add a little bit more carrots and some potatoes and start grilling them to get some different food supply. Actually, I think I'm going to make most of this potatoes. We have a bunch of carrots down below. So I really like to have most of this being potatoes, and then we can get some sunflowers in here. Get those sunflower seeds. So that's just some things I'm thinking. Let me know what you think down in the comments. All right. And while you're down in the comments, make sure you check out the description, see how you can join the Casual Dad Gaming community, and hit that like button for these community builds, these planning sessions. I love your feedback. It's always super beneficial, super helpful to me. So I appreciate that. Oh yeah, there we go. We're pumping away. And yeah, and then while you're at it, hit that subscribe button so you can see at the end of the week what happens after we get done planning. I'm trying to figure out how to get to all these hollow places. Maybe you guys have some ideas about that. Do I just dynamite through and have stairways down? Do I zip line through? My personal thing is maybe I just zip line around. That would be really cool. You know, maybe if I'm going to zip line down underneath here, and this is already like our industrial complex, maybe I have a district crossing somewhere right here, and the crossing just goes straight to the zip line. I don't know. Just things I've been playing around with in my head. I would like to get over here and block this off. You know, bad tide can just go here. Good tide comes out. Adds a little bit more water to the reservoir. But we're a little ways away from getting over this. This map is actually just so big. I'm not even sure we're going to be able to, you know, do a lot. I think we're going to have some little small places. Like I could see in here, this being a nice, huge underground tree farm. Each layer, we have a different type of tree, just for aesthetics. It would look so pretty, you know. And then up top, we might, you know, we might flood this area a little bit, you know, and turn this into a plateau of massive farming, you know. Just some different ideas to talk through during our planning session time. But yeah, we need to get the explosives back online and the centrifuge. We need all right, there we go. And is water under here like I want? It is. It's just barely able to make that green. I'm not sure how much I'm going to want to use the underground ruins. I'm leaving the side open for our mining operations if we want to. But just checking things out, it's looking pretty good. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have initially a stairwell up here. And that's how we're gonna get up here. I want to kind of clear all this out. I'm not gonna worry about anything on the side, but I want to clear all this out right here and get over here. Somewhere I've got to put batteries. Since the folktale, you can't force bad water out, even in a drought. I need batteries somewhere. We're running almost exclusively off of wind power, which is fine. So I think what I'm gonna do is once I hollow this out, because we do have a bunch of dynamite and stuff ready to go down here when we get to it, is make little troughs right here that stand above the water, and I'll just drop the batteries onto. I mean, we could always, level this, have the batteries coming off the side, but different things to just store that energy. Man, this is a long bad tide, and I don't think that we are going to be able to survive it. Our water source is not substantial, I don't think. This guy needs to be closed to keep the bad tide in the back. Let's just drain you. We can have you running, collect as much of this bad tide as we possibly can. I'm going to pause our waters for now. Need to conserve that. Up here, though, we are going to turn it on because I forgot to close this guy. So that wasn't very good. 26 days, though. Woo! Definitely should have had these guys on and pumping away. But we'll see if we run out of water or not. Okay. Yeah, so I think the reservoir is complete now, so we just need to fill it up. That's gonna hold a lot of water. So I'm not too worried. We'll see if I should be worried or not. We need to, really honestly, I think we need to get onto this bad tide diversion up here. We've got it going right here, but like if we close this off, can it hold? No. It spills over. Okay. So what do we need to do to make it go faster? We can add some there. We can add some dynamite there. We can add some dynamite there and there. Make it a little wider. And then I think what we need to do is I think we need to do something like that. Put another sluice gate here, and we can just get it all off the map. Because I can't have it coming into my reservoir, obviously. So we've got to figure something out about that. Let's go ahead and pump you out. We just store as much as we can. And then see what happens. See, and this is why I need this section to be closed off and dammed off. Is I can't expand out here. Can't do any of this expansion if I just lose water all the time. Like the amount of beavers that I would need for my dump would be insane. So we're gonna come back and keep planning after this bad tide, because if we die, then obviously we'll have to start over and you won't even know. But we'll be back in just a bit. All right. We did survive our bad tide, and now we have a nasty little drought, but it's okay. We're gonna make it. We've got some things that are gonna help us. And so we've got a lot of water in here. We're gonna have water down here. We're gonna make a little irrigation area right here to keep a lot of this green. We can't really expand till we have more food, honestly, and that's just hard because of how the water and everything is spaced out and how hard it is to divert the bad tide, which is why it's really important that we get this second huge reservoir up and running pretty quickly. You know, but I'm not sure what to do after that. You know, I've got some ideas. You know, maybe we flood this, like I said, and we make this food, make this forest. I'm not sure. I really want to figure out a good way to divert the bad tide. You know, the problem is, you know, where's our water sources? You know, they come from down below, right? And so they're right here on the edge of the map. So we've got to get down there, and we've got to turn it off like we did on this one over here. So it's going to take a little bit of time. That would help tremendously if we can get up here and we can dam it off and hold some water. Yeah, so just lots of things to do. Not sure what to do. That's why I want your guys' input to help make sure this is going to be a great build. One thing I want to show you guys is this mod, Powerline mod. Now they have these little things like this. I wish they were more like the zipline pylons, but that's fine because you also have these overhangs, right? I'm gonna try and disconnect. Oh, well, that's gonna make it crash. So we'll have to load right back up. Hold on a second. All right, here we are. We loaded back. Well, you know, it is a mod, and there can be some problems. I did want to move it over because it is stretching a really far distance, which is kind of cool in my mind. At least I think so. And so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be connecting our water wheels to through the power lines up to here, because our most consistent water is right here that we can easily get more water wheels. I'm not sure how I'm going to have them all connected quite yet, but I need them built first. And once they're built, we can figure it out. Probably run a lot of it in the riverbed. Maybe have to extend the riverbed, you know, certain spots to work it around. But then we just need to connect it up here to this water wheel, and it will connect over. And so this is gonna make it nice. We're gonna have zip lines flying all over the place. We're gonna have power lines connecting up different areas. You know, once we get over here, I am slowly working on widening this so we could maybe fill this in with some water wheels because we can work it where fresh water and bad tide, when it comes off here, either one will power it. So we combine that with our wind turbines. We're gonna have a lot of power most of the time, and then we just gotta do, like, on the edge of here, we can just put down some batteries and link that all up. But yeah, so that Powerline mod, I think it's gonna be really good. I have it connected right over here. I'm pretty excited about that. A little worried. This is gonna have a little clash here, but it looks like our zipline goes right underneath that power line. We're just gonna pretend like it's not gonna be a problem. But yeah, we're looking pretty good on our setup. If we can just survive these droughts and these bad tides. Our wood is looking really good. Our food is looking decent. And all of our materials are looking pretty good. Really to the point where we can kind of we've started shutting down certain parts because we're just blowing and going. So the next thing we're working on, we did get our airlock done here, so we can come through and work here, and we have this set to high priority. But a little bit higher priority than that is our waterways. We really need to get them all buttoned up and together. Let me make these power lines less priority, because we just really want to stop all irrigation problems. And so what I'm going to do here with this little irrigation bump is, once we have everything covered right here. I don't know why I have that right there, because that is not going to do anything. We have to dynamite for that sluice gate to do anything. So we'll we'll take care of that. That's not a big issue. Anyways, once we have all of this taken care of, we will completely close this off, pop one of the impermeable floors so this can fill up under pressure later. See, because it's in line here, so it's going to fill up to the top with this guy right here. And yeah, so it's going to be, because we're going to say it like that. And so hopefully when droughts come, we will be able to keep this all irrigated. We will see. That's the goal. That's the plan. But we have to work it to completion. And in between, we got to figure out what's going on with some of these crashes and whatnot. You know, we really need to get. I'd say we really need to get this one up and running. That would help going up and down, because we've got some housing here, but we got other housing here, and so being able to quickly get over there would be really good. You know, might put another one here that takes us all the way up to the top once we go up there. You know, just lots of things. All right, that's why I need you guys to help. You know, comment and let me know. We do have our airlock chamber here, so we can get inside later. And once the big reservoir is unlocked, you can come down and clear this out and put our bad water rig down in there. We'll just cover it with levees and other things so it stays dry, and we'll have an airlock right in front of the entrance so beavers can swim down, go in, do what they gotta do, come out, just like that. And that's why we're keeping these floodgates, so we can just empty it as needed. This map is so cool. I love it. The person who made this map, just great. And I think I showed you already. We got our little zip lines here. I'm not sure if all of them are needed, but I just want to make sure we were able to come around this corner, and then we're gonna fit right through in there. It's gonna be really nice. And then the last bit is I have a little elevator set up right here. Line is obstructed. That's fine. Once we have this taken out, the line will not be obstructed anymore. And it's just gonna be a nice little elevator just up and down, just trying to traverse this as many zip lines as possible. But yeah, that's about it for this planning episode for the Casual Beaver Bastion. Let me know down in the comments what you think should be done next. What things am I missing or forgetting to do, should do? All those kinds of things. We'd love those comments, so we can incorporate that into a wonderful community build. I really am trying to focus on the food so we can expand more reliably. I think we're good up to probably 75 beavers. But you know, I'm just a little unsure sometimes. A little unsure. This guy can turn back on and keep water flowing in there. So yeah, make sure you guys leave a like down below. It helps out the video a lot. It helps me out a lot. You know, especially if you like these hardcore, but also community engagement videos, because I can do whatever I want, but I want to do something that you guys want. And I just think it's cool to combine ideas and come up with something better than anybody could come up with individually. Make sure you hit that subscribe button also to stay tuned for all planning episodes and full releases on Saturday, so that you can see what happens. All right, this has been your Casual Dad. We've been playing some hardcore Timberborn. I love you guys. I appreciate y'all, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.